Hello everyone. So someone requested me to share the complete video for creating the dashboard in Tableau, and honoring that request I am doing this video for you. So this is the Excel file of the data of EV sales which we have discussed in class. Now the fields here are date, state, vehicle class, the category of the vehicle, the type of vehicle, and the sales quantity, the most important field for us. These are the zeros here, but somewhere some values you will get because it is a data on date wise. So sometimes you will find the zero values will be there, but definitely some values are there. But total number of records in this file are 96,846. Now what I have done here, I have taken the top row of the data set here. So how to do this? You have to select this row and paste it with a paste special option, and then select the option of transpose. Then you will get this. If I do this, then what I get is basically the metadata for the database file which I have selected. Okay, so this file I need to be carried out, or I will paste this much metadata for this file to our Tableau dashboard canvas. Okay, so I am switching to the Tableau dashboard canvas through here. Now here I have the data source which was there earlier for us. So EV data set is there, of course, and then I am selecting the problem statement. Now the most important part in Excel which we have seen, that if you want to create a dashboard which gives you some valued information, you must understand the data first, and then that is how I have kept those fields which I have just now shown here. But now what is that you need out of this data? These are the 2, 3, 4 problem statements which we feel like must be there with us. Now this is one problem statement. Say I am interested in, say, line chart or whatever chart, bar chart, stack bar chart, pie chart, or whatever. I need to know what is the sales trend over the time. Now if I need to know this, then definitely I have to select the month field and say EV sales field, or date field and EV sales field, or say the year field here, or the EV sales quantity. The sum of quantity will indicate that how on timeline the data is showing the growth in sales, or what is the trend for the sales for your data. Now to create this kind of canvas here, what you have to select is a plain dashboard option, and in a plain dashboard option, not the worksheet option, in a plain dashboard option you can create this kind of canvas. So here you have the options like horizontal container, vertical container, text. Now if I select the text, you get this dialog box. So here you will write that EV sales, say, and select this text and change the font to say 28, or you may change the color of the font. Say I have selected red. So this is how you have to put the and make this as a floating, as I have told you earlier also. Then you can paste the text here. Similarly, you can go for, say, the image option. Now if you select the image, you will get image here, and then it will say that you go for this, or you can browse that image and add that image to this. I have selected one clip art image of some EV vehicle and created those problem statements. Now finally it is seen like this. So the database fields are there, some picture is there, so that it looks nice and it attracts the one who is referring to this particular dashboard. And some options like share by vehicle type. So what are the fields you need to know, that we have to identify prior. Now here also I have say the state wise performance, that see which states lead or lag the EV adoption. So state wise you can know the performance of, say, 2-wheelers in EV, or 3-wheelers in EV, or 4-wheelers in EV on timeline maybe, or category wise which state is doing better. So this particular data will be useful for marketing those vehicles, or maybe planning the infrastructure for EVs, or maybe for subsidies and all, which state should go for subsidies. So it is basically very valued information if you talk about the marketing data for EV sales, or maybe the environment protection, because EVs are basically protecting the environment by avoiding the pollution. Now once you select this, say I have the sales over trend, so I will select one sheet, say, and then say select the month over here, and then say select the EV sales quantity. So I am getting this against the months, what is the EV sales quantity. So I can see this, so I can know in November and December the sales of EV vehicles. Anyway, the reason for this is basically this is a festival season, and typically you will find the people go for purchasing the vehicles. That is a trend in our country, but in some these February months or June months you find this. So this is as per the data which is available in the Kaggle. If the data is true, the visualization or whatever interpretation we make out of that data are basically in line with the authenticity of the data itself. So similarly I can select, say, the year wise trend for EV sales. Okay, so you get this kind of graph. So you can put some category here. So with category you will find that the two-wheeler trend is like this, three-wheeler, four-wheeler like this, and so on. So this is how you can create the respective visuals. And then finally I am going to a dashboard option here, say this one. Now I have prepared some 2, 3, 4 visuals. Say like you have to rename these sheets also. Actually with mouse scroll you can find this, so you have to name this, that is month versus this, or year versus this, or I have labeled those. So this is a state-wise performance for EV sales. Okay, so I am going to the dashboard option. Now this is the dashboard option. Now here you have to take these sheets here, drop down to the canvas and select the option of floating over here, this one, so that you can manage that. This I have checked it so that I can manage that visual on that particular canvas in a dashboard. Now here the last option which I would like to explain is, say if I select a particular state, then you find that there is no effect on the other visuals. So amongst the visuals on the dashboard you have to select a particular visual which will interconnect and will use some information. So here you have to use this option. If I take here in tooltip, you will see that use as a filter option is there. Now the moment I say this, use this filter, this visual as a filter, and if I select this one, that is Uttar Pradesh 2 3-wheelers, now it will show the effect in other visual also. Now this is for particularly in Uttar Pradesh, the 3-wheeler sales quantity is this, the trend line on years is this, and month wise sales is this. So that is how you can create some professional dashboard with the Tableau. So thank you so much.